29th. I'm First Morning Meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together every day at this time at about 8 o'clock. We chat about what's going on in the world of weather. We chat about maybe a little bit about life. Just kind of depends on where the train takes us, right? And sometimes, as we know, the train comes off the tracks. Just depends on the day, right? But at least for us this morning, things are much quieter than they were yesterday. No tornado watches expected today. No big severe thunderstorms expected today. Maybe a couple of showers, but not bad. Here's a live look outside, as a matter of fact, as we check out our Tower Cam network. This is looking over to the Kennedy Space Center on Launch Complex 39A. Crew 3 scheduled in just a couple of days. Expected to be good weather here locally, although there are some concerns downrange in terms of the forecast. So we'll have to see how that plays out, and of course, exactly what that could mean to a launch forecast. But it's beautiful over there for this morning. No doubt about it. Let's talk temperatures, shall we? Waking up to readings in the upper 60s in Orlando. It feels dynamite outside. You could tell that there's something going on in the air if you didn't know it yesterday, right? We had that big round of showers and thunder showers move through. Several tornado warnings. I believe the only confirmed tornado was over on the West Coast, but it was a nasty weather day. Now we're kind of starting to reap the rewards. 69 in Orlando, Sanford, and Bithlo. It's 68 degrees in Titusville, 65 in Daytona Beach. We're at 63 degrees in Ocala, and 64 in the Villages. Not a bad start. Not a bad start to the day at all, right? Really and truly good stuff. Now, looking to the forecast through the day, I want to make sure we're on the same page here. We're not going completely clear. We do have opportunities to see a few showers in there, especially late in the afternoon. And we'll fine-tune that with Futurecast. We'll show it to you so that you know exactly what's going on. Not big, severe thunderstorms, but just a few showers here or there. Temperatures, though. Temperatures. Look at this. Mid to upper 70s through 1 o'clock. Afternoon high running in the lower 80s in the metro area. So yes, there is going to be a bit of a shift in terms of the weather world. All right? All right, let's talk high temperatures today, and then we'll look at the overall surface scenario. High temperature in Orlando, 81 degrees. High temperature in Leesburg, 78. 75 in Ocala. Yeah. Remember when we were talking and people were like, I really would like temperatures in the 70s. My friends, there are many areas there today. If you live in the metro, most of the day will hang in the 70s. We'll get into the lower 80s, but I mean, it's looking great. Average high 82, actual high 81. There is cooler, drier air moving in atmospherically, right? West-southwest winds. Now, I will say it's going to be a breezy day. So, keep that in mind. But it's a beautiful day. You can't argue with perfection. You know what I'm saying? All right, what's going on? There is our cold front from yesterday. It is pushing south of town. And as it continues to push south of town, we are getting to see that nice, drier air. Now, if you look around Louisiana, you see this like brown line starting to pop up. That's what's called a surface trough, a little weak surface trough. And what that's going to help to do is usher in just a little bit. You see this little moisture up here on the panhandle. That opportunity of moisture will be moving into our area. So don't expect it to be a completely and perfectly dry setup, but do expect it to be a pretty nice one. So that said, let's look at Futurecast. First off, it's overdoing the rains this morning because while we are sitting very comfortably, look at that Futurecast. Look at our actual first warning Doppler radar. There are a few sprinkles out there. Kind of see them showing up. But I think Futurecast is going a little overzealous with it, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, that said, let me just make a tweak to the model. The beauty of having your own computer model is you can make tweaks. So give me just 1 second. All right. So what I've done is there is a way to tell the model you're a little hot. and it kind of recalibrates. Okay, so it's that's looking better. All right, so this is Futurecast for today. This is our main Futurecast that we use. And watch how through time it does want to throw some showers in there. It's not really getting going until the afternoon. The afternoon is when I think that we'll see more showers, and now Futurecast is lining in properly. So yeah, that makes sense. And then around sunset, may even get a couple of pockets of heavier rainfall. So don't be surprised if you've got out and about plans this evening if there are some showers. Just have the umbrella. That way we're on the safe side. You'll be good to go, okay? But that's kind of what we're looking at, all right? So if you've got out and about plans, not bad. You want to head to SeaWorld today? I'd like to head to SeaWorld today. Maybe I'll head out there tomorrow. I don't know. But watch how the afternoon, especially later, that's when we're starting to eyeball into a few of those showers, okay? Generally speaking, though, it's a beautiful day. Look at those temperatures, for goodness sake. I mean, to say that this is the stuff that dreams are made of, I don't think that that's a wrong statement. You know what I mean? Aside from a couple of scattered showers, we do keep the clouds here or there. This weekend's forecast, pretty much beautiful, right? Temperatures kind of working through the upper range of the 70s. It's really nice. What can you say? What can you say about that? You can say a lot, I guess. Highs in the 70s, both Saturday and Sunday, yeah. So, I know I'm going to be going out to one of the attractions. What about you? What are you doing? Huh? Maybe you're heading out to Universal Studios today. Somebody's asking, was there a tornado yesterday? All right, so in terms of that, we'll finish today and then we can go back. So it's beautiful. We're looking great today. Showers, though, in the forecast. All right, let's do this. Let's go to storm reports, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewind the storm reports. All right, so these are the storm reports from yesterday. All right, there were several reports. I'm going to turn off that. I'm going to turn off flood. Turn off hail, tropical. I'm just going to turn off stuff that's not counting for us. Okay. All right. So let's first just look for tornado reports, okay? These are the tornado reports from yesterday. So let's zero in and let's look at them. First off, we do know that there were several tornado warnings over in the Tampa Bay area, just south of Tampa Bay. We also know that there were several warnings, including southern Osceola County, Indian River, and even into Brevard County, all right? So that said, let's take a look here. Click that button. Let's just see. First off, we'll do this one here near Sarasota, okay? This storm report in Mayaca City, radar observed tornado, debris signature. So what that means, a radar observed tornado debris signature means that while nobody saw it, the Doppler radar has the ability to see the difference between rain particles in the air and stuff, right? And so when we saw a radar observed tornado debris signature, that's an indication, yes, there's something sucking it up. Dirt, debris, whatever it is, trees, because the radar can tell the size of the particulates in the air. So out near Mayaca City, which is obviously a rural community, tornado debris signature. Now, around Yeehaw Junction, 5 p.m. The report is a train spotter reported a tornado near Kissimmee Prairie Reserve just before 5 p.m. and it moved off to the north and the east. So those were two confirmed tornadoes, one on the west coast and one technically in Okeechobee County. All right, so that's those. Now, outside of those, I saw some people saying, Sharon, for example, my neighbor swears it was a tornado that hit her house and demolished it here in Zellwood. So without the data, we got no confirmed reports of that. But when I add in wind reports, wind reports, you don't have any in Zellwood either. But there are other reports, other things that showed up. So, I can't tell you that it was. I can't tell you that it was a tornado because we've got no indication of that sort of thing. But, when we look here to the other storm reports, I do want to point out also, by the way, over here, out in Tampa Bay, right in there, a water spout. MacDill Air Force Base, multiple reports of a water spout in Tampa Bay lasting approximately 9 minutes. But yeah, there were no reports of tornadoes in our area. In the metro, at least, I should say. There was in Osceola County. But yeah, no reports of any tornadoes or even wind damage reports in the metro. There was up here to Daytona Beach and Flagler Beach. There were several storm reports. There will start in Flagler Beach. Your weather report is a train spotter at Flagler Beach reported a 42 mile per hour wind gust. And in Daytona Beach, Cooperative Weather Observer Site reported a 44 mile per hour wind gust. So no reports of any damage. Again, I mean, if your neighbor's house was damaged, the problem is if nobody reports it, then we don't have the data, right? That's the struggle. But that said, there were these 2 tornado reports. So yesterday is going to be put into the LRC schedule for me as a severe weather day. And once we key into how many days through the cycle, once yesterday loops back around, that's going to be another severe weather threat day for me because it has already produced severe weather. So, just for that, just so that you know, that's kind of the way that I'm looking at things. But thankfully, 2 reports of tornadoes. No injuries, and they were in fairly rural areas. Remember, we did have that tornado warning for Southern Brevard for a while. Did not have any damage or touchdowns or anything like that. Of course, that cold front has moved through, and as is such, we're kind of watching the changes. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on. So, for example, there's that 12-hour forecast for today. If you've got outdoor plans tonight, my friends, know that we're going to be talking about the threat of a few passing showers. But what about afterward? What about overnight tonight into tomorrow morning? Let's talk about Saturday morning's lows, okay? Because that's where we're going to start to see some temperature adjustments. For example, 62 in Orlando. That's what we'll wake up to tomorrow morning. It's going to be a cool start to the day. 60 in Leesburg. 57 degrees in the Villages, 55 degrees in Ocala, 59 degrees in Daytona Beach. So, temperatures are going to be changing. That means that tonight is going to be a cool one. Little by little, we're going to get there. What about for your Saturday afternoon? Okay, seriously, look at our Saturday afternoon. This is where we're going tomorrow afternoon for high temperatures, okay? 73 in Ocala and Palm Coast, 76 degrees in Orlando, 75 in St. Cloud, 78 degrees in Melbourne. Seriously, it's going to be a nice and comfortable afternoon. This is going to be some of the best weather we have seen in months. I mean, if you like the, not sweating your tuchus off, you know what I'm saying? Seriously. Man. Maryland, good morning. Yukon says the weather was very subdued in Melbourne. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. I'm so looking forward to the cooler temperatures. Christine, you and me both. Windows are open. Well, remember, we're going to be in the lower 80s today, so it is going to be a little warmer. Yeah. Am I growing a mustache? I've been on vacation all week and I haven't shaved. I'm going to shave tonight so that when I show up on West 2 News Sunrise tomorrow, I can look presentable. But no offense to you guys and gals, I'm going to be myself with you, I'll do my hair, I'll put on the polo. I've decided I should do that for you, but I'm not going to shave when I'm on vacation. Sorry, I hope that's okay. Just you get me. You get me. Kim says this is glorious. If you think this is glorious, you want to see Sunday morning? You want to see how we wake up on Sunday morning? Seriously? This is no joke. This is a This is a coffee talk alert. What are those temperatures? 58 in Orlando? 53 degrees in Ocala? Whoa. Yeah, my friends, Sunday morning is going to be amazing. Could it be any more amazing? I mean, it probably could, but we're finally making our move. 58 in Orlando, 56 in DeLand, 57 degrees on Daytona Beach with a fresh breeze, 60 degrees in Melbourne and Palm Bay. So nice. So nice. 53 in Ocala. Could even get cooler than that. Man. Might it be a cuddle alert? Lopez Jam, it just might. Now, these are going to be, I think, the first temperatures we have seen in the 50s. We're going to go with Orlando just for sake of argument. It's going to be the first temperatures in the 50s. Okay, you have to go all the way back to April 13th. So over 200 days it's been since we've seen temperatures that look like that. Now, that's a big deal because that would also mark the start of Orlando's, let me find the graphic. Hold on, wrong one. That would start the beginning of the Orlando cool season, which is the first day below 60 degrees. Okay, so Sunday would be about October, what is it, the 31st, right? The average start to Orlando's cool season is October 19th. So it's a little behind. A little ahead of last year. Remember last year, the first opportunity for that was November 2nd. So a couple of days, okay? But anyway, just kind of one of those interesting things. One of those very, very, very interesting things, which I'm not going to complain about at all. Over 200 days. I'm going to show it to you again. Just because I feel like we need to take a sip of that big gulp. 58 degrees in Orlando. Even Melbourne, my friends, who was just saying, it's a little warmer in Melbourne always. Yeah, but not much on Sunday morning. It's looking great. Even in Palm Bay, Miko, maybe you hit 61. Maybe you hit 61. Yukon, okay, what are you weighing in now? I was up to 190 myself, dropped to 184, but can't take more off. You look less than my 184. Thank you. Let me look. I just weighed myself this morning. I don't weigh myself every day. I weigh 187, which puts me today as being down 98 pounds. I'm almost to 100 down. Knock on wood. Thank God for this opportunity, this truly second lease on life. I am so grateful. So yeah, I'm higher than your 184, but I'm coming for you. Yeah, 187. And darn grateful. Whoa, I'm coming for you. Debbie says, I don't like these temps at all. Debbie, oh, man. Let me show you the 7-day forecast, and then we can get into some long-range stuff. Eric Alert. There you go, Cheryl. So, I don't see anything in the mid to upper 80s at all. I see 70s and 80s for highs. I see 50s and 60s for lows. I'm going to be smiling ear to ear. I've turned off the pool heater at my house. Pool season is done. Pool's already dropped to like 78 degrees. I keep it at 85. It's already dropped to like 78, probably lower, probably like 77 by now. Yeah. It's wonderful looking out there, isn't it? Oh, man. I love that. How about the afternoon? It's so great. Bonnie says No Shave November is coming up. I don't know that I'm allowed. I don't even know that I could pull it off. Like it barely shows up, you know? I feel like I would just look weird. Like my brother can grow in. He looks like a bear. Like my brother looks like a genuine brown bear. For me, I don't know. Like, if I clean this up, I don't know. I just don't know that it would work. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know. I can't, Debbie says. I need to come back to the 80s. I mean, we've got 80s on the 7-day forecast. It's there. No sweating in those Halloween costumes. Bonus. I know. Oh, man. Love it. Love it. Oh, thank you, everybody, for your kind words. Thank you, my friends. Shauna, Eric, my husband said to stay off cruise ships because he ended up gaining 8 pounds on the cruise. You look awesome. Thank you. You know, I can't eat much. Like, I tried to eat a little bit for lunch. Jeannie and I tried to grab a quick bite yesterday, and, like, my body was like, pow, pow. You took too many bites too quickly. I didn't even eat much, but I ate it a little too quickly, and that didn't go over very well. I was miserable for like a half an hour. So, yeah. Oh, well. My kids swim just about year round. Yeah, mine don't. So I'm not going to run the pool heater. I guess we're at that time of year where I have to put the paper back up on my window. I'm not going to run the pool heater if it's just me. You know what I mean? That's me. Oh, Kim, thank you, my dear. Jeannie says Scruffy is sexy. Hello. It's all about my boss. If she yells at me, I don't feel good for the day. So, like, I just don't know. It's all about the boss. And yeah, in this case, I don't even mean the boss like Jeannie, my wife. I mean the boss like Kirsten, the boss. Mercy says, nah, if that's a week of beard growth, it would take forever. Exactly. This is a week. I was last on the air Saturday, and I haven't shaved since Saturday. And this is what you got. So I just don't know that it would look good enough. Oh, well. Hillary says, I'm so bummed. Saturday looks warmer than I thought it would be. Can't please everybody. I know. Look, I'd love it to be cooler too, but we're getting there. Remember, in Central Florida, we just kind of have to take front by front by front by front. Brian says, I get it. The internal food intake regulator helps me honest. Yeah. It's not even that I was eating badly. I was eating fine for lunch yesterday, but I ate too many bites too quickly. And my body was like, ha, you think you're going to get away with that, buckaroo? Nope. Let's see. Are you guys getting Halloween costumes this year? Yeah, we're the space program. I'm the rocket ship. The wife is an alien, and the 2 kids are the astronauts. So there you go. That's what that is. By the way, it is Friday, so we do need to get into the college football forecast. What do they call this game? Is this the world's largest cocktail party? Is that what they call this? I know there's a name for it. I don't know. That'll be fun to watch. Lunchtime, upper 60s, kickoff at 3:30, lower 70s, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. It is going to be breezy, so watch those kickoffs, my friends. The UF game up there in Jacksonville, playing the Bulldogs. We'll come back to UCF because that's the one that I care about the most. FSU up in Clemson. A couple of showers, chilly showers. That's crummy weather, you ask me. And then there's UCF playing Temple. Also crummy weather. All right. Can't all be Florida, I guess. What are you going to do? All right. Shall we go look at the long-range stuff? Shall we do that? Let's take a look. This is the BSR. Oh, that's an interesting feature right off the bat. All right. So let's go back. Give me a few seconds to get this dialed back in. All right, so what is the BSR? There we go. The BSR is a long-range forecast technique that we use, especially this time of year. It lets us know kind of what's coming ahead. It's especially important right now because we're in the silent section of the LRC. We're in the observation section of the LRC. So it's time for me to put up my paper so that you don't see the shine. That's annoying me. It's got to annoy you too. The sun doesn't annoy me. Hold on a second. See if I can block this. Hold on. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Ugh. That's a little better. All right, that's a little better. So anyway, it's a long-range forecast technique that we use. It gives us an idea by observing what's going on up there, which you're actually looking at a map of the Bering Sea. And what that allows us to do is it allows us to teleconnect the weather. We have found that about 2.5-ish weeks after the weather stuff happens there, it comes back here. Okay, so right off the bat, looks like a little coastal storm off of Georgia and the low country of South Carolina. Maybe an indicator of the LRC cycle. That would be... That's around November... It's around November 5th. Oh, that's the storm system from the Gulf. So this doesn't... Because it's so close... Because we're getting so close. November 4th and 5th, we've talked about it for a while, but November 4th, we're going to be watching the tropics in the Gulf. We added that 12 days ago, okay? So watching the tropics in the Gulf around November 4th, 5th, riding along the northern shoreline there of the Gulf Coast and then kind of coming off the East Coast, and that's it, coming off the East Coast. I do want to show you, because interestingly enough, the models are starting to hint at that. So let's do this, do this, do this. When you're directing and talking on Coffee Talk, you kind of have to go through a couple of steps. All right, so this is the raw GFS. There's the stormy weather that's cleared our area. Monday, Tuesday, November 2nd. There's November 3rd. Watch the Gulf right there. So you see how the Gulf is right there. Little piece of energy out in the Gulf of Mexico kind of working along the northern Gulf Coast and then working off the shoreline. That's November 6th. Interestingly enough, that's November 6th. Look how storm system off of the southeast, storm system off of the southeast. So this BSR is lining up directly with the GFS model. So interesting. That around November 4th, 5th, and 6th, I could tell you that's going to be our next thing we're going to be watching in the tropics. Does it develop? Too early to tell. But the BSR now, the computer models are starting to indicate at that. So, you know, something there at least to watch. Okay, after that, let's come back over to the BSR. See what else is doing. High pressure building in, looking lovely. There's a good little storm system. Maybe a severe weather threat in the southeastern United States. That is... That is the 6th into the 7th, November 6th into the 7th. And I put that in the calendar a while ago. That was added on the 20th. So that was added 9 days ago. A warm-up for us, and then a southeast storm, severe storm system, perhaps. Mercy says, don't tell Tony that I'm cheating on him. Now I watch you more than I do him. Listen, we're on the same team. I love that knucklehead. You watch whoever you want to watch. I just won't tell him that you like me more. That's where I won't tell him. It's okay. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so there's that. Let's continue forward. Another little storm system. Storm system... I'll tell you what, severe weather in the southeast United States is going to be a pretty big deal, which also indicates perhaps that this winter is going to be a pretty active one for the South. Texas, Louisiana, gross. All right, that is 23rd, which translates to, it's around the 8th. I wrote cold front nasty storm system or added 1018, so that was added 11 days ago. Cold front gets into us, a little cool down. High pressure building in, nice cool. It looks like a nice cool setup there. That would be around the 12th. Yeah. That's the 20th. So that storm system clears out on November 12th. So the question is that storm system still around during the day, or does it clear out? But around the 12th, that's when we're going to be clearing out that storm system, and high pressure is going to be building in. Look, another monster storm system. That's going to be a mess. So the 15th of November, big cold front. We marked that big cold front on 10/26, so a couple days ago. But yeah, that is going to be a big cold front on November 15th. That's going to be, you see that low moving into the Carolinas? That's going to be a big one. That's going to be an active one for sure. Yeah, that'll be interesting. And then we get chill. It looks like mid-November there's going to be a nice big chill. Seriously. So interesting for us. Staying with a chilly setup. Another southeast storm system. How odd. How odd is that? You see that one in Texas? That's the 17th. Another big storm system into Texas. And then after that, let's go super long range here. Interesting that it kind of goes a little further south. That could be a severe weather one for us. 12Z. That's the 17th. Interesting. That's an interesting scenario there. And then afterward, it moves right through. That's an interesting scenario. Right there, that would translate to be 12Z on the 31st. So that's November 17th. All right, we're going to put it on the calendar. Big storm system. Cool down. Added, what is today? October 29th. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's a really interesting... That's a really interesting thing. I want to take screenshot preview. I want to send that to Jeremy Nelson. Interesting stuff. So yeah, I mean, I would just say this. That's an interesting trajectory. It's a very interesting. That's not a good one for us in terms of the threat for severe weather. Brian, are the path arrows relevant to us here? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, because that's where it is. Early on the 17th and then into the 18th, that's where it goes, is off our East Coast. That would be a decent severe weather risk for us. So yeah, that would be an interesting scenario. November 17th into November 18th. Interesting. Jeremy Nelson, I'm going to be texting you, buddy. Interesting. Not going to be a fun drive back from Gettysburg on the 17th. Yeah, it depends where that storm system there goes. That'll be interesting. Let's look and see. I want to see if the model's picking up on that. All right, so there's the GFS. There's another front on the 9th. Did we put a front in on the 9th? I feel like we did. 8th, I've got cold front, nasty storm system. There's your front. And the 11th, it looks like another one. 10th, 11th. That's as far out as it goes, is the 14th. Now, on the 14th, remember I said on the 15th, big cold front. On the 14th, it's already starting on the left side there to pick up on lowering pressure. So I would guess that would be the next decent storm system in front. to get through. Yeah. It's all interesting stuff, my friends. It's all interesting stuff. So let's just update our long range stuff here. What are we looking at? November 2nd. Warm up and then a front. What's the 7-day show? Let's compare. Stand by. So 31st, 1st, 2nd. So we're starting to warm up a little bit. Yeah. Starting a bit of a warm up and then a front. And that shower activity there on Thursday would indicate the front. So there's that. All right. Go back to the long range deal. November 4th, tracking the tropics. November 8th, yeah, storm system in front. All right, so I think that that's still on par. What do you think, guys? How we doing? By the way, yesterday, let me just show you yesterday. If you look at yesterday's calendar for me, what does that say on the top? Early cool front. I added that front. Yesterday's front, we called for it October 11th. We put that in our long range forecast, October 11th. So, yeah. What do you think? How we doing? How we doing? Interesting stuff. All right, so that's our long range stuff. Definitely watching the tropics that first week of November. And it does look like if you've got friends in like Texas, Louisiana, let me tell you something, like the deep south the next couple of weeks look pretty active. They really do. All right, for us, a couple of showers, especially late today, and then looking ahead to the weekend, stunning weather. Looking ahead to early next week, we begin a little bit of a warm-up. All right? Long-range forecasting. Never, ever, ever, ever ceases to amaze me. All right, listen. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I will chat with y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock for Coffee Talk. Or if you want to join me on TV, I'll be there from 5 to 8 a.m. All right? Be good. Thank you guys so much for hanging out.